Hey, karaoke fans, it's time for the Bellringer on Lab Karaoke Day. Yee-hoo! Da 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 do 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 da 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 do do. All right. Da 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 do do do. Hey now. Da 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 do do. Mr. Kovacs class. It's Mr. Kovacs class. You might learn a ton. It's Mr. Kovacs class.
He's interesting too.
It's Mr. Kovacs class.
And he's super cool.
It's Mr. Kovacs class. What do you think is worse? Karaoke or smallpox? Which would you rather have to do? Get smallpox or karaoke? Anyway, yeah, we're going to karaoke today, but we're still studying disease and infection. So I've got a number of things on the agenda today. So we've been learning about how viruses, sometimes bacteria, cause these massive outbreaks, right? And it all has to do with the antigens, the markers. So you see like Spanish flu and the smallpox have these little knobs on the outside, and then even bacterial infections have different proteins on the outside of the cell membrane. And you probably recognize some of these, like you probably recognize HIV, what else? You probably recognize cholera, SARS, MRSA, Ebola, right? The swine flu. And then of course our modern one is novel coronavirus, COVID-19. Anyway, we're gonna be looking at a few massive pandemics today. We looked at smallpox yesterday, pretty nasty disease, but luckily doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, remember when a disease is present and the adaptive immune system goes to work, what they produce are B cells produce antibodies, and antibodies stick to the antigens on the outside of either bacteria or viruses, and they do really one of two things. They either make those guys stick together, and then it's easier for macrophages to find them and eat them, or it actually turns on a switch that makes those cells destroy themselves. It's called lysis, where their own lysosomes destroy them. Those are the two ways that antibodies can help in an infection. Smallpox we looked at yesterday, right? Smallpox is a virus. Most viruses are built the same way. They have a protein coat, and inside is just a piece of DNA or RNA. And it's the protein coat, the proteins on the outside of this that are the antigens. The antigens. All right, so today, antigens and antibodies. Today in class, if you have lab, we'll be doing karaoke for lab period. But until then, you're going to be, let's see, I've got a few games for you to play. You're gonna put together the Black Death timeline. You're gonna figure out if you can figure out when other events happened in and around the Black Death, the great pandemic in Europe. And then there's a game I think some of you have played called Pandemic, where you try to wipe out the world population. It's actually pretty fun. And then of course, the flu, another fun one. All right, and then we'll get to karaoke if you're in lab today. Let's have a good day.